Hi, in this video we're going to look at the kicking syllabus required for grading from green belt up to red tag. Within each of the kicks that we do within each section, make sure that we have got the correct posture, we're going from the correct stance, we're using the correct tool, and we understand what the applications are for each of the kicks. So let's start off with green belt. With green belt we start off with our reverse hooking kick, Bande Gorachagi. So Bande Gorachagi means Bande, the rear of the foot, so using Dwichuk, and Gorachagi means to pull or to roll in. So this is where we hook the kick around our attacker and pull them towards us. With this we do it off the front leg, which means we have to step up as we do the technique. To actually go through the process of this and the technicalities, we're going to go from L stance. The best way to do it is to step across with the front leg before we kick. As we step across, we create a slight angle with the pelvis. We step behind onto the CD line, my heel facing down the dojang, and then I pick up and pull through with it. I set my leg on an 11 o'clock angle, and then it pulls through onto the CD line so that we do that hooking action. So let's do it fast motion. As you see, once I've done the kick, as with a lot of the other kicks, that once I've done the kick, I bring my heel back to the supporting leg knee, so almost into a Gaburyo Sogi. This gives me that balance to then go from there into my knee spring and down into the next technique. So if we do it on a sideways motion, so as I step across, my heel comes up, then I send the kick. From here, I bring my heel back, down, and then forwards. So from that Gaburyo Sogi, the knee spring brings it down to the floor, and then we go forwards into our stance, so we have that balance and that poise. The next one we have is going to be a bending ready stance with a side kick. So Yopchad Jarugi. We need to make sure we're doing the strike on this. As always, make sure the hand's going to be eye height on the kicking leg, and the other hand comes back to my belt. So we will go from an L stance, we go into our bending ready stance, then from that position we then deliver our first kick. We come back to a bending ready stance, deliver another Yopchad Jarugi, then we go forwards into my next L stance. Make sure we have that movement with the foot on the floor so that we are going into each of the kicks. But also what we need to make sure is we come back and we have our hands in the correct position before going on to our second kick. So if I show you on the sideways motion. So coming back to that Gaburyo Sogi after the second kick, then place the foot down with the knee spring, and then go into the next garden stance. Okay, so we now move on to blue tag. With blue tag, we're looking to go off the back leg and do a turning kick and reverse turning kick. So from here, all the aspects of turning kick, reverse turning kick we've gone through in other videos come into play here. So we're looking for that preparatory move, the heel rotating in 15 degrees. We're looking at the kick, the turning kick being on a 75-degree angle. Then once we've actually come out of that kick, we place the heel straight down the dojang, I'm facing backwards, and then I deliver a reverse turning kick on a 45-degree angle. Notice again, after the reverse turning kick, my heel comes into the knee again, into that Gaburyo Sogi, before that knee spring and out. One more time. Sideways. For blue tag, you've only got the one kick, so let's move on to blue belt. With blue belt, we have jumping high kick coming off the rear leg. So we're going to be doing this from an L stance. So we have this bicycle kick motion. So as we lift up the knee, going high, all we're going to do from that point is we're going to swap over with the other leg coming straight up. We need to make sure the kicks go straight up, and we're using at-kumchi. Okay, second kick, slow motion front kick. So we did this in our slow motion kicking the other day, but let's go through one more time. From an L stance, we come forwards with my pelvis coming onto a straight plane. My pelvis does not move forwards from that straight plane. Make sure that we lift the knee higher than we want to kick, and the heel comes up to the backside, then we push out. From there we're using at-kumchi, ball of the foot, so make sure that is shown within the technique. Sideways motion. Okay, last kick within the blue belt grade, we have a front side kick which is consecutive. So we're going to come off the back leg, we're going to do a front kick, a normal motion, and then a side kick straight afterwards. The key to this is the chambering between and the movement between each of the kicks. It's exceptionally important that you get this correct. So let's go through its fast motion, then I'll break it down for you. Sideways. So, once we've done our front kick, if I take it now slow motion. So, I do my front kick and through. As I pull my leg back, I rotate with the foot on the floor, but I take my hand straight on top of the other one, here. So now it takes my leg around, and my foot now, which is clearing my other leg. So from this point, now I can extend out into my kick. So again, we go for a sideways view. So front kick, rotate on the floor, rotate the hip around, the foot. My hands on my front chest line, and now I can now extend out into my side kick and then come down. This matters, this rotation on the floor, with rotation of the hips, the shoulders, and bring those hands onto that front chest line. So one more time, we'll do it in fast motion. And again, notice that foot breaking afterwards, coming into the Gabori Osogi position, and then knee spring out and down. So now to red tag, so our last belt. So with this, we look at jumping turning kick, come off the back leg. With this, it's about commitment, and it's about throwing the knee up and round and forwards. Now what we're looking to do as well is to drag the other leg backwards, so we're coming into here. So it's the momentum of me pulling my leg backwards slightly, but also the momentum of the knee coming through. What we need to do is make sure that our leg as well is bent as we come through, and then at the very last second, then we extend the foot. Again. Sideways motion. We should be trying to get it as parallel to the floor as we can. Although it's difficult, but try to minimise how much of an angle it goes up. We then go on to consecutive kick of front, turn and side kick. So now again we go back to our last belt, and the need to make sure that we prepare each time. So again, this is going to be in normal motion. So let's go through it in fast motion, then I'll break it down for you. The difficulty is stopping the rotation and then coming into each of the kicks. So slow motion, what we're looking to do is to do our front kick. We pull it back in again. I then cycle my knee around from here. So it cycles and through, but look where my hands are, which would be a normal turning kick. I rotate, take my foot on the floor, but now I rotate further, bringing in and my foot around to then extend out with my side kick. So we go a sideways view. So hands in the right place, through, pull in, cycle around, pull across, then extend out to a Gabori Osogi, knee spring and down. Let's do a side view of that in fast motion. So a lot of movements from the body, but it's important to do each piece correctly. Make sure the hands are correct for each piece. Here will be front kick. Here will be turning kick. From here will be our side kick. So each of those things matter to make it technically correct. So we go on to our last kick now for red tag, and that is a consecutive front and side kick slow motion. Now we've shown that quite a bit already with some of the other pieces to break them down. So again, it's important that we do all of the motions and the foot rotations correctly. So front side kick consecutively off the rear leg. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and hopefully you've understood the mechanics, the biomechanics and the process to get each one of these kicks better and improved. Thank you.